guys, Bud here with Dependable Lawn Care, and today's going to be an exciting day. It's cold, and we've been doing a lot of leaf mulching, leaf vacuuming, just leaf cleanup in general. Been pretty slammed actually, which is a good problem to have. But today we're taking a break from that for a little while, and our Ferris rep, Lynch Equipment here in West Plains, Missouri, they are bringing us a Z3X to demo. So Gage and we're all bundled up. It's in the 20s right now. It is supposed to get up to 45, I believe, today. So it won't be too bad this afternoon, but right now it's pretty cold, about a 10-mile-an-hour wind. So anyways, we're loaded up in the truck. We've got our mowers, the 54-inch and the 60-inch zero-turn sit-ons. And we're going to head up to Lynch Equipment and meet up with Ferris and get this Z3X to demo. We'll be testing it out on cut quality, testing it out on some thick grass and stuff that we've got, a spot we can test that, testing it out on hills, testing it out on leaves. We're basically just going to be playing with it and videoing the whole day. So at least that's the plan. So anyways, stick around and should have some pretty good footage for you guys, especially if you're interested in the Z3X as we are. So
Mike Threadgill, Territory Manager for Arkansas and Southern Missouri.
I'm Sam Ketcherside. I'm a product specialist for Kansas, Missouri, and parts of Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Iowa as well.
awesome. All right, great to have you guys. If you want to tell us a little bit about the Z3, and we'll just
Sure, bud. Well,
check out the features.
Come around to the back side here real quick. I will give you some of the operational points here. First thing I like to point out on this Z3, we have worked in our patented suspension on our stand-on. As you can see here, the suspension platform is actually adjustable to 5 different positions, giving you plenty of suspension for, depending on operator weight. You can move it up or down depending on the firmness of your choice. Another thing I like to point out too, having the bolstered thigh pad here really gives you something to lean into. You get into that tougher terrain, kind of hillsides, things like that. Exactly. Everything's really balanced, real centered here. You have an 11-gallon fuel tank right underneath here. Keeps you, like you said, you get on those hillsides. Keeps your weight centralized, keeps you from sliding around.
Nice.
Another point here is the 4-position speed bar. This is a 12-mile-an-hour machine, so kind of just going through the guides, you have 4 guides, so it'd be 12 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour, 8 miles an hour, 6 miles an hour. Really good for training new guys. You get onto that rougher terrain and you don't want to go as fast, you tune it down to that 6-8 miles an hour, and it really
excellent.
Really gives you something to hold on to.
Yeah, I like that. I've noticed that on some other videos, and I really like that feature.
A great feature that I really like is the dual position PTO. What that does, right here, you have your blades engaged. What you do, you're on and off the machines all day, picking up trash. So what you do is when you hop off, you don't have to disengage the blades. The blades will disengage themselves. The machine stays on. You pick up your trash, hop back on the machine. You pop that PTO again. You're back to cutting.
Okay, so it has like a second indent.
Yes, sir. Yep. Your deck height adjustment is right here as well. Very easy to access. Just right here. You're going to go in your 1/4-inch increments, so all you have to do.
Okay.
Very simple.
Very easy to use.
Yep. Your fuel gauge right here. You got a view down to your fuel gauge through this hole up top as well. Just comes down through the top here.
Right on.
Yep.
So just not to interrupt you, but what's the height, like the maximum height on the deck?
So that's
height?
5 inches.
5 inches.
Yep.
Okay.
And it'll cut as low as 1.5 inches also.
Okay. All right.
And
We have a lot of fescue in our area, so 4, 4.5, 5 isn't uncommon for that.
And we've I talk a lot about hillsides, rougher terrain, and one thing you can't miss is the large tires. You got 24-inch wheel tires here, as you can tell. That's,
and a really unique tread design too.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's a 24-inch tire. So that'll really allow the operator to get over curbs a little bit easier for stability on hillsides.
Yep.
For traction purposes. One of the larger back tire size in the industry on your compared to the competition.
What I see people really seem to like about it too is you get in, especially after it rains, wet part of the year, they don't tear turf because you have that that little wider footprint. You're not your narrow tires are cutting into your turf, ripping grass, and
Absolutely.
But talking a little bit about the overall Z3, this platform will come in actually several different SKUs. So we're going to run the Kawasaki EFI engine, and we're also running the Briggs Vanguard big block engines also. We're having a lot of popularity with that new 37 EFI Vanguard engine. We're running the oil guard system on it. We're having lots of success with it. So new for 2019, we're also running this Z3 with a 52-inch deck option that we're starting to get a lot of interest in.
Yeah, that's big news to me because I've been trying to find that out. I've heard some of that through the GIE videos that guys are putting out, and that's something I'm really interested in because I love the 61-inch, and I've got a lot of properties like this where you need to cover ground.
Yep.
But then I've got my town yards where sometimes that 61 is just a little too much to fit between trees or
gates, fence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that 52 is a big deal.
So one thing to point out is we like grease fittings. We run grease fittings on our spindles, our front hubs, and a few other pivot points that we like to run grease fittings, or a lot of the other brands are running sealed spindles and so forth.
Right.
One thing that's unique to the Z3X compared to our other Z1 and Z2, this particular setup we're running a torsion bar that on either side that actually allows the front end of the machine to flex. So as you're out demoing the product, you'll see that front end give a little bit and allow that front end to sway back and forth to give that operator a little smoother ride.
Are these the torsion bars that you're speaking of?
That is correct.
That is correct. Then the single bar, is that just for the deck?
That is correct.
Okay.
That is just for the deck. Let me give you a little quick illustration of that.
Okay. Nice. Thank you. Yeah, it's got a really mean look to it. I mean, the stance of it, it looks like a tank.
It'd look a little bit better if it wasn't covered in snow.
well, I was telling him we're having a kind of an early winter ourselves, so that's totally understandable.
Late November in the Midwest,
right?
You got to take those days that you can even get the machines out.
So talking horsepower, I know the big block Vanguard is a 37. This Kawasaki, would that be like around a 31? 31 horse?
This is a 29.5 horse Kawasaki.
29.5. Okay. So.
And another thing, I guess you won't have quite as much to deal with it today. Is you kind of look at the front of the deck here, kind of see how it's off center here. At first, people are, why do you guys do that?
Okay.
We do that. We off center that deck a little bit. It allows us to open up this chute a little bit wider than most of our competition. So you do get into the those wet areas, wet grass, early morning dew.
Better discharge.
You're not windrow and clumping up real bad.
Nice.
You've got a nice even discharge, and gives you a good clean quality cut.
Okay. I run chute blocks on mine. The advanced chute system is actually what I use. Is there a model that you guys sell or recommend or anything for?
There's actually 3 different models. The advanced chute system mounts up to our deck really well.
Okay.
The quick chute system mounts up really well, and the grass flap version. So all 3 of those models will mount up to our deck really easily. So
Nice. Okay, I've seen the quick shoot actually on a Z3, and I like that. My advanced shoots, so the lever moves this way to open and close, and on the quick shoot they move back and forth, which I think would be more.
Yep.
And then of course the grass flap is a foot pedal, correct? Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Well, I'm sure you guys are cold. And
let's put this thing to the test. Let's get some mow time on it. See what you think.
Great. All right. go ahead. I'll let you talk about the hydraulic release.
Yeah, so the hydraulic release on this machine is very easy. You know, you get in those tight spots, you get into some mud, you get stuck, whatever it may be. You need to roll it under a trailer, whatever. Very easy to release right there. You're ready to roll the machine here. On the brake. Yep.
Oh yeah.
That's right there. Very easy.
Yeah, very easy to get to. I
Yep.
like that.
Yes, sir.
So they're just right there. Now on the operator platform, is there like so there's 5 different settings.
Yes, sir.
Is there a suggested weight for each setting, or you just kind of play with it?
You know, it's kind of it's operator choice is really.
So I guess one direction is softer, and one direction is firmer.
When you raise it up a little bit, it's for you know, for say for a higher someone with a little more weight, and then you know a lighter person. Me, I'm a pretty light person. I like to be kind of in the middle, or maybe I go down 1 peg.
Okay.
So you know, even smaller, you can go all the way down if you really want that you know, really good give on it, or you know, a little bit heavier, just bring it up.
And I was just telling you guys that this property out here, I don't know how much the camera does it justice, but like right here is a pretty good little hole, and this thing it was floating like butter. I mean, going back and forth on these passes, you know, this is just a field. I've done some videos of mowing this place before, and it's rough. I mean, it's rough, and you got to watch for rocks and all of that. And I mean, this thing was just smooth as it could be.
Yeah.
Very nice ride.
And like you brought up, bud, this Ferris comes with the Marbane steel blades. Very heavy duty. Did a great job, like you said, frozen grass out here. I mean,
Yeah.
just chop right through it. I mean, it's
Yeah, we started out on a 5-inch cut, which is the max height on the cut. And it was a nice smooth cut. I didn't see any stragglers or anything, and then we dropped it down to 3-inch, which is about our average cut height.
Sure.
And I mean, you can actually see a little bit of striping, even though I wasn't trying to stripe.
Yeah.
It's laid down a really nice cut, and it was chopping those leaves up pretty nice too, I thought, without having a shoot block or anything.
Yes, sir.
So excellent.